Today, as the sun is eluding us and not coming out much, I'm sat in a convertible of all cars. But what a convertible I found today at Enkae Motors. This is an Audi R8 Spyder, and we're talking a 5.2 litre engine with a 0 to 60 time of 3.3 seconds, and this is the bit that gets me, a massive top speed of 203 mile an hour. V10 engine, absolute sweet sound to it. I have never heard anything like this in my life. It is purely like amplified thunder. And I really think this colour suits this whole bag. It's just got it going on. You may know from videos in the past that I did an Audi R8 and compared it with the Lamborghini Gallardo, and I did say I found the insides was all very polished and, as I referred to, typically German and zinc worktops and so on. But in this Spyder I seem to find, I'll not say they've toned everything down, but I'd say for my liking they've got everything right this time. I will say it's probably on the borderlines age-wise, just a bit newer maybe of the other car, but it's sharing now with the Lamborghini Gallardo, the V10 engine and so on, double clutch, everything. It's packed, it's got the lot. We've got as usual sat nav, there's climate control, we've got everything you'd expect with Audi, plus the build quality. You can't knock Audi's build quality at all. So what do we find in this thing? We find as full leather. One thing I've noticed, the seats aren't logoed, which I thought they might have been, but it doesn't matter. If you're looking for logos, you've got the R8 on the dash, you've got the V10, and the moment you put your foot on the pedal, you know you're in a car like this, purely by the noise. It doesn't feel cramped, I'd say, considering it's a convertible. Some may say this seems a bit gloomy because everything is on the black side. We have a dark carbon fibre on the trim around the console and door handles. The door handles, by the way, I find brilliant when you open the doors. They're very strange. And we've got a lot of black plastics going on through the centre console around going to the gear shift. Fortunately, we get the metal gear knob and everything that just breaks everything. And we've got as lovely tactile dials for the vents, temperature things, and for the stereo, navigation, everything. They're a nice touch to them. They've got a nice grippy edge and they're really good. We've got as regular flappy paddle gearbox. It's automatic, and we've got the sport button. I really wish Audi wouldn't do this with this sport button because of it putting the exclamation mark up when you press it, but we'll gloss over that. Bar that, you can't fault this car. We seem to be doing a lot of convertibles when the weather's not right, but I really love this car. I saw it first with the roof down. It is a vinyl roof, now it's up. Yes, I'd live with it, and I'd live with it for one reason: this absolute sound it makes. Because I could feel the floor and the walls shaking when this was brought outside. And even on tick over, it just sounds the part. And to say you are in a convertible, the seats, beautifully figure hugging, but not squashing you in. They're just right. They're a good shape to them. And the back is nicely finished. To say it's sort of cut off really with being a convertible. Styling on the outside, basically from right at your front nearly to the back, it's completely different to the normal Audi R8 as it would be being a convertible. Right, before it absolutely pours down, I want to point out some good features of the outside of this car. Firstly, the wheels. I really like the shape and pattern of these wheels, how they're cut. My only little, I won't say is a niggle, maybe I would have liked to have seen, maybe in a black edging with them or something like that, just to break it a little bit, but I do like what's going on with them, the styling. Calipers usual of Audi, we've got the R8 logo, black obviously to complement would be white. We've got a lovely V10 badge on the side, which I like features like this. We have the carbon fibre going on in the mirror, really sets it off. And then they've gone a bit different with colours. Not sure what Audi was thinking here, but it works. We have like a polished metal on the A-pillar, and obviously going right around the top of the roof, which really breaks it, gives it some contrast. But then what I did spot, going around the back, where these vents are for this roof part, we have a different sort of satin finish going on. And I really like that as well. I think it looks good from all angles. It really looks nice heading when you see it from the back, the way it sweeps along like that. But they've got these varied colours going on, I think, which complements this colour. Maybe it complements, let's say, black or whatever other colours they do, but it really sets it off well. I like the piano glossy black finish we have as it goes down with the vents. And what I really like about this car, I love it, these tailpipes. Channel tunnel sized tailpipes, these, you can get a wagon through them, they're massive. And the lovely tail lights going on. They're not busy, they're just perfect and functional, and I bet they're really good in the dark. And I think, I'm going to say it, I think the styling of this with being a convertible is better than the standard Audi R8. I really think this has got it going on, all because it's a convertible. And I think it's a whopping car. And what I found with these headlights, and I only just noticed it, I've never seen anything like this before, but basically what we have is 3 bulbs behind, which are then magnified through a lens. I think the really newer models will look slightly more aggressive, but it still looks the part. Obviously everything above is actually black as well. With the roof up, it's all black, but it's not really, I'd say, gloomy. It doesn't make you feel a bit dreary to be in this car, and how could it? A powerful car like this is a driver's car, and as a lot of people would say, is a poser's car with the roof down. I've even got my shades on, but there's no sun. We can't have everything. But yeah, nice. And it's proper glass that pops up at the back as well. No gimmicky plastic going on and all that. It's a nice proper heated little back windscreen that goes up when the roof's up. All nice and tidy. Perfect. Everything you'd want and expect from Audi. I mean, Germans, who does cars like this better than the Germans, really, when you think about it? Audi, BMW, they all do them. But looking at all your switches and so on, as well as your Cracker Sport button, you've got your ESP off, your differential, you can knock that off, you can change your settings for your suspension and everything. You've all that, and also you've got your heated seats, as you'd expect. But yeah, it's exactly what you need with a convertible. There's nothing lacking in anything at all. I really like this car in such a way I could not get bored of this. I am having a play about and looking at the, I'll say, very tiny sun visor. It's a bit like an envelope. It is very small, but why would you need a little sun visor like that when you've got the roof down? But yeah, I think it's just a lovely, comfortable place to be. I really, can I say, admire this car. This is the norm now, a V10 engine. It is 4-wheel drive, of course, it's quattro, and it's just a lovely sounding beast. It really is. I always said it about Audi and the German thing, it's anal attention to detail, and they've done it again with this. I'll never quite understand why they call it Spyder. If anyone out there can tell us the meaning of why Audi called it a Spyder, please let us know, or was it just a name choice? But everything suits. The sound system, we have got a beautiful sound system. It's Bang & Olufsen. They're good. I think we had this in the Audi R8 that we looked at before. That's a guess. I'm not quite sure, but I am sure we had that in the same one. And again, they're not going to skimp it out of the Germans, are they, with anything? Everything is perfect. I really could just sit in here all day long. Unfortunately I can't, because it's not my car, but there you go. And yeah, the outsides of the car of this, I think, makes it. The outsides are the main feature of this car, as well as the engine and the sound. But what a monster. A 203 mile per hour car, a 3.3 setting 0 to 62 time, with a whopping V10 engine. What more would you expect from Audi? You all know the cars that they do. There's a lot of them that are monsters out there. The RS3, RS4, all of them. There's some mega cars they do now, and this just tops the fleet off nicely. It really does. I'm really impressed with this car, and I'm sure you would be as well. Anyone who's seeing this who's into the Audis or likes the convertibles and so on. Forget the poor weather we might be heading towards now. I'd still say this is a choice of a car to have even now. So yeah, it's a very good car. Looking at the displays, I will say it's very vibrant and clear. It's all white on black, but at night I know this would be the best clear display to see, actually. And I pointed it out before about the Audi R8 we looked at before. I liked how it swept right around, and the design didn't change down to door, right round to the centre console, right round. And then the passenger gets a totally different theme. They haven't got the side pieces where it sweeps around, they get their own sort of styling. And it's just so the driver is so engaged. He knows where he is, basically, because everything is like built around the driver. And that's one thing I like. They haven't just done same for same's sake on either side. Maybe this is one little gripe of mine with it. Maybe they might have been better having a bigger display. It looks a little bit tiny, but it is a very clear display, same as the dials and that on the Spyder and so on. It's very clear, but it's just one little niggle. And in a car like this, would you be bothered about your centre display? If you're bothered over a big centre display, just buy a massive tablet. But yeah, it's not as polished and finished as the Audi R8 I looked at before. It's what I'd prefer, this one. So yes, this is a good find of the day, this Audi R8 Spyder. And it's getting cool now, but I'm glad I've got the roof up. So that's the Spyder. A very good car, in my opinion. And now I've heard it roar, even better. It really sounds brilliant. So yeah, it's got the styling, it's got the looks, it's got the sound, it's got everything you need on the inside, and if you've got the money, it's yours.